Good morning, y'all. Sunday morning. I was listening to Sunday Morning by Maroon 5, actually. It's a goated song. Anyway, I wanted to come on here. I didn't make a video last night. I was with my friends. I'm waiting on them right now. We're gonna go have some fun today. Got some little events planned. But I wanted to talk about happiness. And anybody wants to be happy, And I feel like happiness, it's seen as like, I don't know, like there's happiness and there's sadness. And it's almost seen as if happiness isn't in every situation, but it is. Happiness isn't possession, it's perspective. Let's say, for example, you got a new phone. When you get that new phone in your possession, you are so happy. You're like, oh my God, it's new. It's way quicker than my old phone. And you just feel nice about it. But if you relate that happiness to that possession, as time continues, you will slowly lose, the happiness, the good feeling that you had towards it. And all it takes is a perspective switch. Instead of just being happy in the moment for that thing, just show gratitude for it the whole time. This can be seen in relationships. For example, let's say you find someone new. It's kind of like infatuation, You're like, oh, I love this person so much. I'm so happy. But you just kind of rushed into those feelings. You put so much into those early feelings that when the true colors show, you realize you don't really rock with whatever is happening or whatever they're saying, doing, how they act. So, pertaining to happiness, it's more so a mindset than just gaining something. Because obviously, let's say you tried out for a G League team and you make it, you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy. But that is something to be happy about, But you should be happy for everything. Like I said in the previous video, every emotion goes hand in hand. Can't have happiness without sadness, and you can't have success without failure. And every emotion is important. And if you could choose an emotion, you would choose happiness, And if you can choose, why don't you choose? Why wouldn't you want to live your life? Why wouldn't you want to live your life why wouldn't you want to live your life where every facet of your life is happy? Like you turn to the left, you're happy that a person's there. Turn to the right, happy that a tree is there. You look forward, you're glad that you have a clear path, You're happy. You woke up, you're happy. Why wouldn't you want to live like that? Granted, every emotion is important. So, although you may say you're happy and sometimes you don't feel happy, that's okay. It's okay to feel negative emotions. It's not wrong. Some people are taught, the way that they're raised, that it's almost, you can't feel negative, and that's far from the truth. Because sometimes you need negativity to discover true positivity. It can be applied to anything you gain, You feel happy in that moment and then you slowly lose appreciation. Why don't we just show gratitude to everything? Why don't we show gratitude to the sunset beaming in my eyes? I will. Thank you. But it's just, your whole life is governed by you and your thoughts. And if you were just to do that little switch, because, it takes just as much energy to be negative as it would to be positive. It may even take more energy to be negative because you're always seeking for something negative. Let's say you see somebody successful and then you're like, oh my gosh, but they did this, they did that. They did this to get their fame, they did that. Why? Why don't you just clap for others? Until it is my turn, I will continue to clap for my brothers around me, for the higher ups, because clapping for them will manifest my time. And if I'm constantly negative about those things, what is that going to do for me? It'll just make me think more negatively, and then it won't affect them because they're successful, Why? Why do you want to do that to yourself? It's almost, it's a disadvantage. You don't need to do that. You don't need to. The true beauty of the mind is that you can create anything with it. Your mind is a tool, not a console. You can do anything with your mind. It doesn't just control you. You create your life. You have everything that you're thankful for up here. Isn't that crazy to think? You have everything up here. Negative, positive, bad, good, sad, happy. I don't know how to put it in words, but you can experience sadness. Probably the worst part in my life, I know I was young, but when my family would always argue, it always got to me. But instead of being sad about it, I've learned that it should invigorate me. It should push me forward. It should show me what not to do, how not to be. And that's why I'm so thankful for the past. Show appreciation to the past. So whenever you feel that feeling of happiness, when gaining something or when spreading, your light onto another person's life, their garden, helping them flourish, just remember your whole life could be like that. It doesn't have to be a one-time thing. Your whole life could be like that. All it takes is you. You don't need $1 million. You don't need 100,000 followers. Even me, I'm loving making these videos. I saw 2 people comment, this shit made my whole week. And it'll continue to make my week anytime I look back on it. Thank you guys. Even though I get 20 viewers, that's 20 people I can talk to. That's 20 people that I've touched. Like morally. Not in a sus way. But imagine 20 people in a room. It's not a lot. But imagine 20 people listen to you speak. Imagine 50. Imagine 100. It's crazy. It's a crazy thought. So, going into today, appreciate this beautiful sunset. Appreciate your company. And remember that happiness isn't possession. It's all about your perspective, bro. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay safe. Be responsible. Let's get this money. Make some bread. Deuces, y'all.